Thanks for tuning in to TTV. I'm your host, Toya, and today is Wisdom Wednesday. Yeah. All right, so let's gain some extra wisdom. So, what we do on Wednesday is we go over the Tao Te Ching. This is the version I use. There's others out there, so feel free to view other ones, look at other ones, see what you get. What I like about the Tao Te Ching and why I present it to you guys is because even though it's 4,500 years old, it still has a lot of reference and relevance in today's life. So 4,500 years later, we humans are still having the same issues we did 4,500 years ago. Ironic, right? Um, so what the Tao Te Ching is it's basically a book of proverbs, Chinese old wise Chinese proverbs. It is from a philosophical standpoint, not necessarily a religious one, even though there is talk about the great integrity, which is in this one as well. And a great integrity would be that creator spirit or God or Yahweh, Allah, whatever name you give to that creator spirit that we all come from. But it's, like I said, more on the philosophical side. So today's is humility and greatness. So let's get into it. What I do is I read it and then I go over it. Okay. And then I encourage you and implore you, drop your comments below. Tell me what you think. And this is the last video I'm doing with all this cold stuff. So tomorrow I should sound a lot better. But let's get to it. Humility and greatness. The great integrity is unboundable like a flood. It cannot be manipulated this way or that way. It is the very wellspring of life, always outpouring, never commanding. And although the source of although the source for every need, it is never demanding, it does not work silently, and is unpretentiously. All return to the great integrity as our liberating universal home. By never seeking greatness, greatness permeates in the deed. I like this one. Let's get into it. So it says the great integrity is unboundable like a flood. So to me that just means you can't avoid it. It is what it is. It's everywhere. It's going to happen. You can't get over it. So you just got to experience it. That's it. It cannot be manipulated this way or that way. Again, you just have to take it for what it is. It's the great integrity. It's the creator spirit. It's the universe. It's God, Yahweh, whatever name you give it. You can't escape it. It's there. Okay. It is very wellspring of life, always outpouring, never commanding. So it furnishes you, it energizes you, it keeps you going, it makes it easy to keep going so you can keep doing what you need to do. Okay. Although the source for every need, it is never demanding. So you can't go through life without it. Okay. Because and this is my opinion, you can have your own. To me, the great integrity or God, creator spirit, Yahweh, source, whatever name you give it, is a part of you. You can't escape it. It's there. You can't escape it. It's always going to be a part of you. And it's not a demanding part. It's just a more suggestive part. Like, you know you shouldn't be doing that. Well, why don't you try it this way? You know that little internal voice that we have that we sometimes don't listen to because we don't think it knows what it's talking about or it doesn't understand us. But truthfully, it does. Well, that's what I feel this part is talking about. So it's there and it will suggest us. It's always there, always carry, always giving us whatever it is we need. It's just we don't always listen. It does not work. It does its work silently and unpretentiously. So again, it's that quietness. It's that nudge. Like I said, that little voice in your head that say something, that tell you something that you're saying, oh, I'm not convinced that, that part of me knows what I'm talking about. That little voice don't know what it's talking about. It don't know what it's doing. It don't know what's going on. It don't know what's really happening. Yeah, well, it does. Okay, it does. It's called the great integrity or source or spirit, God, Yahweh, Jehovah, whatever name you give it. That's what it is. All return to the great integrity as our liberating universal home. So we all die. And when you die, you go to the universal home, which is the great integrity, which is the creator spirit, which source, Yahweh, God, whatever name you give it. We're going to return to it. That's it. By never seeking greatness, greatness permeates in the deed. I like that line. Okay, by never seeking greatness, greatness permeates in the deed. So the reason I like that is because when you walk in spirit, when you walk in God or Yahweh, Allah, whatever it is, when you walk into in that space, you come into that space and you walk that walk, you're basically doing what you're told to do. You're doing what you were sent here to do. You're doing what you're being asked to do. Okay, and when you open up to that, you will be doing things that are necessary and needed. And so you wouldn't have to seek greatness. You wouldn't have to seek acknowledgement because in the very act of what you're doing, that's it lies greatness. It lies acknowledgement. It lies everything that most people look for. So it's not something that you have to try to figure out or how can I be this or how can it, no, you don't have to figure out any of that. Just do what you're supposed to do. And everything that you're supposed to get from that, all the accolades and acknowledgement and that greatness feeling will come from it. But you have to first start with doing what it is that's being asked of you. Why did you come here? What is your purpose? Okay, remember when I talked about soul purpose versus life purpose? We talking about the life purpose here. So what is your life purpose here? Because when you connect to that and you walk in that, the greatness is automatically gonna come. And you won't need acknowledgement. You won't need somebody telling you that, oh, you did a good job on this, because you will feel it inside. Because what you may be coming here for to do may not even be something that most people will even recognize or see. But you know what you did. You know the greatness that lies in you. And you know the greatness that lies in the work when you do it with that energy. So the great integrity, source, spirit, God, Yahweh, whatever name you give it. When you work with that spirit instead of against it, it's always going to be a great deed. Every deed you do is going to be a great deed. And that's what this line is talking about. So this was a short one. Humility and greatness, they go hand in hand. You know, stay humble, stay grateful, stay thankful, you know, stay vigilant in doing what it is that you're here to do, your life purpose. Not soul purpose, life purpose. So keep doing it, and you'll get to the greatness part. Even if nobody else knows that you did it, you will still feel that greatness. All right, so that was a short one. And that's it for today. So if you got anything out of this, please like, subscribe, and share. Because if you got something out of it, chances are someone else will as well. I love you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.